Hello everyone, welcome to Blue Dragon Actuarial. So this video is related to the continuation of the series which I am doing for how to enter into Actuary. So this is the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries of India, Actuaries UK, and I have already created a video on India. So if you have not checked that video, check out that video. It will have all the details how you can start from asset, what are the questions, syllabus, etc. That is kind of required for asset. Asset is the entrance exam, by the way, and from there what are the numbers of papers that you have cleared to become a qualified actuary, right? Now that section, what are the papers and how many papers you have to clear to become an actuary, so that has already been covered in Institute of Actuaries of India video. Now this video would not cover that section, but this video would cover how to enter IFOA, right? And what are the eligibility criteria to enter into IFOA, whether there is an entrance exam for IFOA as well or there is no entrance exam, right? Similarly, I'll be making another video for SOA, where you need to kind of register. And SOA is something which is upcoming. When I started my actual career, nobody knew or nobody heard about SOA. But right now, because of the increased presence of the US companies in Indian market, SOA is becoming a thing, right? And also, I believe SOA is mostly multiple choice, so it is slightly easier to clear SOA. Especially, I have seen many of my colleagues writing the FAP exam, FAP exam, which is the equivalent of the CP1 exam. Right now, the exemption is not given, so that would not help you right now. But I mean, at that point of time, they had written exam to get pass through get passed through the CP1 exam, which is not a good thing as per me, because you are taking a shortcut in a way. But I have not gone through the rigor of FAP exam. Maybe it is that difficult, right? And in that way, that would be good. But otherwise, if you are just focused on clearing paper, maybe clearing paper from SOA would be easier. But anyways, this is not the SOA video. This is the IFOA video, right? So SOA video would come on Wednesday, and there will be Friday. There will be a special video, right? And obviously on Saturday we have our webinar. As I've shown in my previous video, we have got around 150 registration, right? As you can see, 150 registration is a free webinar. Here we are going to cover topics like who is an actuary, what does actuary do, and what are the areas, especially the non-traditional areas where actuaries work, and how that field is growing. And we'll follow that up with an actual concept, which is a reserve, right? And we'll try to calculate reserve in Excel and cover several nuances, like what happens when mortality increases, what happens when lapse increases, what is the impact of the discount rate, etc., right? And that would be followed with a Q&A, right? So if you have not registered for it, for that webinar, it is completely free. You don't have to pay anything. So the description, the link would be in the description for you to register. And I can assure you it will be the best, or maybe one of the best webinar that you would be attending in your entire life. So don't miss the opportunity. And also, after Monday, we'll be closing the registration, right? So I mean, yeah, it's your time to kind of register. So from Tuesday, it will, like, those who have already registered, this 150 candidates, they would be given instruction how to join and etc. All those would be kind of passed on to them, right? So that this webinar will be held on 11th of March, which is Wednesday. And yeah, so coming back to the topic, which is how you can enter into Institute of Faculty of Actuaries, right? So I think the main thing is you come to this site actuaries.org.uk, right? And then you go to qualify, right? Now here it is written what is an actuary. So I mean, that is our topic for our webinar, right? So I'm not going to go there, but route to becoming an actuary, just click on that, right? And there you will get all the necessary detail. So where do I begin? So the first criteria is, so is there any entrance exam for IFOA? No, there is no entrance exam. So first, IFOA asks you, do you have good maths based degree, right? So that means if you are a maths honors or anything or something like that, then secure a graduate role as a student, actually begin studying for competing IFOA exams, become an IFOA associate, right? And then become an IFOA fellow. So once you clear the CP series that you have seen in my, if you have seen my II video, so you know that there is a CP series. So once you clear the CP series, you become an associate. And then once you clear the SA series, right? There is only one exam. Then you become the fellow, right? However, if you don't have maths-based degree, and also there degree level, because this society is based in UK. So they have some different, like they have different criteria, right? So I prefer this route. In fact, I entered IFOA through this route. So we'll come to that, right? Take one of our non-member entry exam. Non-member entry exam is CS1 or CM1. You can take either of those, and then you can enter into IFOA, right? So also, are you looking for a gateway to financial service? I think this is not that important. I mean, there are several things that they have created. Like instead of clearing those 13 papers, they have created SERA or certified actual analyst, something like that. But all these are of not of that much value. You have to clear, or you have to become a fellow to enjoy the full benefits of actually, right? So otherwise, that's not that important, right? What university courses? This is once again kind of prepared in a way that if you are looking in UK, then this would help you. So I'm not going to go into detail of that, but you can visit this, which visit your university exemption page. I think in India only they give exemption for ISI, right? If you have cleared it from Institute of the Indian Statistical Institute, only then you will get some exemption. Otherwise, you will not get any exemptions. I think there is another society, maybe another body, IAQS something. I think there is some controversy there as well, but I mean they can, you can check this, right? You can visit you their exemption page and check which society they are kind of providing the exemption to, or which university they are providing exemption to. There are obviously university, if you studied from, I think CAS Business School is one of them. So if you have studied from CAS Business School for the actual papers, you will get exemptions. And by that way, many people have studied. I know many people in actually who have gone for CAS, who have the money, who can afford that, and they have done that, and they have come back with maybe 7 papers, 8 papers, 9 papers exemption in a single year, right? But obviously, I mean, that does help in getting more papers. But somehow, when once again you are taking a type of shortcut, that might hinder your progress as well, growth as well. So just because you have cleared 9 papers, it can also put you in overqualified bracket, and people may not be that inclined to hire you. So if you, I mean, there are several, ifs and buts there. If you can do that, right? But I am not a person who would prefer taking that sort of thing, because I never had the money. I think most people would be in my boat. So if you have to clear exam, I think that's the best way, right? You are clearing exam, you are not taking a shortcut. You are going through the rigor. You are more prepared on how to kind of clear the exam, right? So I think that should be the way forward. But obviously, if you have the money, if you can, or if you are stuck in exam for a long time, and there is some, maybe some unfortunate incident in your life for which you are not able to write the papers, but you do have the money, I think that then you can take an admission in any UK based university, stay there for some time, get some other exposure as well, and yeah, then you can also clear those paper, right? So anyways, coming back to the uh, let me come back. Yeah, qualify route to becoming an actuary, we have already seen this, right? Which university course? Now here you can also see there are a couple of what type of person is suited. I mean, if you have mathematics, I have not seen the video, but if you have some mathematical knowledge, or if you are willing to learn mathematics, right, both would work out. Even if you don't have mathematical knowledge currently, but you are willing to learn, I mean, you can do actually. I frankly believe anyone can do anything. For some person it would be easier to do something, and it will be some slightly difficult to do it for some other person. But I mean, anyone can do anything. You need not be a maths genius to clear all the 13 papers of actually. But yeah, you do require maths knowledge, and if you are willing to get to that level over a period of time, that works. Right, actual apprenticeship, and I think actual apprentice is something that is once again that is related to their country, UK, and that was, so I think that is not, this is not very important for us, right? And starting your exam, so I think this is the most important diagram, and we already have seen this. So you have to write all this paper, right? CS1, CP2, all this paper, you have to clear all of this, right? Then you have to go into this phase. This is the CP paper series. Then this is the core practice series. Once you clear all of this, you become an associate, as is kind of written here. But it's not required that you have to clear that in order. In this order, you can, after writing this, you can also move to this, or you can start with this, right? But I think that is not preferred. You should start with this, and then you should come to this, and then you should move into this. So there is a merit in the way these exams are structured that will help you, right? The knowledge base that would be built would be proper. But yeah, of course, you can change the overall, structure, or the way it is kind of like the order of the exam, right? Now, this is the SP series where you need to write only two papers, right? As is kind of written. And then this is the SA2 series or SA series where you need to clear one paper. Now, as compared to India, there is the passing percentage is not that less here. I think it's 35, 30, 36%, which is way better than India. And they don't, I mean, there is not like the question paper is normal. I have not written many, like, I have not appeared from SA2 multiple times. I think only one or two, one time, probably only once, right? So right now I'm also focused on writing SA2 from UK, right? But yeah, so obviously clearing SA2 from II is something that I would do, and that is not something that I'm giving up. But yeah, I think I need to be a fellow first, right? So that I can move into other things in life, because this is something that is kind of stuck. I'm stuck in my last paper for last 2 years, and this is also not letting me move into some different things in life. So I wanted to clear or get to that fellowship level quickly. Anyways, so this is here where you became a fellow, right? So unlike India, there is no entrance exam like asset, and that's why you might be slightly underprepared for IFOA. You might clear one paper just by luck, but in the remaining papers you might face difficulty, right? This can happen, and especially if you are not from a mathematical background, that can happen, right? So you never know when to like whether you're like, until unless maybe you clear 3 4 papers, you would not know that whether your maths level is sufficient or not, right? So that's why I always prefer coming through that asset route, right? So that would help you clear uh, that understanding that whether you have sufficient knowledge or not. If you clear asset, that would mean that you have sufficient knowledge, right? Now, obviously, and they've mentioned that exams are not as scary as you think, but trust me, they are, right? And as you progress in your life, it's get challenging, right? But some people are these days clearing papers quite quickly, especially in IFOA. There is a sort of cheating that is going on in the exam. Many people are writing group exam, and I think IFOA is aware of that. It's just a matter of time that they will catch on to those. These people are very smart, and you cannot outsmart them for a long time, right? The arbitrage opportunity will soon cease. But yeah, I mean, there are some people who are writing exam, especially these papers, practical papers, and I think there are some coaching centers also who are kind of promoting these unethical practices. Sooner or later, they will get banned. But anyways, I mean, there are some unethical practices going on. Ethics being one of the core principles of Actuary, right? There are requirements for that, something called CPD, which we need to fulfill, and criteria which we need to fulfill, and also once you become a fellow, there are some documentation work that you have to do, and for that also CPD criteria is very very important. But in any case, once again, don't take shortcut in your life. If you take shortcut, it will come back to bite you. But if we come back to the non-exam, non-entry, like non-membership exam, right? Like something like written like this, take one of a non-member entry exam, because we don't know what is, like, they do have a good maths degree. Our degree is Indian degree. We don't know what would be a good, because good is a relative word, right? So I think better to write exam. Now for that, you can click here, non-member non-member exam, right? If you click on here, so you'll come to this portion, and let's see what is written here. So you can either take CS1 or CM1, right? And find out how to register and then book your IFO exam. So you can register, right? And once you are registered, you can only book the exam when the exam dates, like there is a particular time period when the exam registration happen. Only then you can register for the exam. But you can register for from IFO as a member, as a non-member, much before that, right? And there is also something in IFO which is related to the membership. So you can apply for student or reduced rate membership. So if you are not working, then you can apply for reduced rate membership, right? I think there is a, yeah, membership fees and subscription table. Let me check this here. So this is the fees that you have to pay. So if you are from UK, you are overseas, right? So this is right now you are paying 236, but and that is, I think that is the full pledge, and there is some reduced membership. So there is a form on reduced membership, right? And you need to fulfill some criteria. I think right now, I think it is 7 lakh. So if your income is less than 7 lakh, something like that, I think the exact figure, you need to find the membership, like reduced membership application form, and that you need to fulfill, or that you need to fill and send it to the membership team, right? But that would reduce the membership subscription fees, right? So right now this is what is kind of written. So 236, 238, 240, I think this is the full criteria. This is the full-fledged criteria, full-fledged number. But I think let me check this. Let me go back. So unfortunately, IFOA has a very complicated structure, right? As compared to II, their membership structure, CPD, etc. This is bit more complicated than probably that is required. But yeah, I mean, that's they are also more transparent as compared to II. So that's how it is, right? So membership fees. I'm just looking for reduced membership. Maybe we can search for it later. But let's go for the how to register and book your first exam. So first, before you apply, open your exam booking. So exam booking, as I mentioned, will only be available during the exam booking period, but you can create your own account, right? And you can create your own account. You have to validate your email address. You will receive some email, right? So I think this is a very normal process, just how you remember and register for anything, right? These days. So you go click here, register now. You will come here, you will click on create account, and then the normal procedure. If I click on create account, I think, yeah, it will show something, right? And there the personal detail in the there will be personal detail section in which you can fill your income criteria, which will give you that non membership or reduced rate application, right? So there, and it is your duty or your responsibility to kind of change that income level. I've seen many people, because I also approve in my office, like I also approve their uh, the subscription rate, because most of the companies pays for this, right? And for people who reports to me, I have to approve their reimbursement request, right? So if they have paid maybe 20,000, so the company would kind of approves that. Company would pay them after they have paid. So I need to approve those. And I've seen people who are getting more salary than 7 lakh, and they are also going for reduced rate. Just they think that they are smart enough, but they can be caught, right? Because IFOA send mail to check. They have some yearly audit, and they send mail. I have personally received an email once, but I've as I mean, I never cheated in my life, so there was nothing, no problem there, right? But I mean, yeah, there are people who are doing that, and you might get banned, and it might be for 1 year, it might be for entire life. So don't take that risk. If your income level is more than 7 lakhs, then show that your income level is more than 7 lakhs. Pay the full amount. Don't take that risk, right? It's their policy, and they are like, unlike India, they are the education system. There the laws are more strong, right? And you have to be respectful about that. Also, you are not ethical if you are earning more than 7 lakh or the mentioned prescribed amount, and then you are using the reduced rate subscription, right? So I think that is not ethical as well. Let me also search here for reduced rate subscription. I think this is the good part of this website. Like whatever you require, you can go to that search window, and you can. So reduced rate subscription, student membership, right? Student membership application form. So benefits who can become uh, once again it is written economics, engineering, chemistry, physics are not required at all, right? Who can become an IFO student? This is absolutely uh, nonsense, not required, right? You need mathematics, that's for sure. You need statistics, economics also require a bit. Now fees, right? Fees, this is the important portion, right? So for fees, I think subscription information web page, optional subscription. I'm just checking for dual membership status. Fellows and associates of IFOA member of equivalent or can apply for reduced rate. Yeah, so this is the reduced rate subscription, right? Income based. So for student, the income threshold is this 5100, based on the, I mean, this is given in pound. So 5100, I think it's right now it's around 100, approximately 100. So if your income level is over than that, then you are not eligible for reduced rate. Otherwise, you are eligible, right? And application for reduced rate subscription can be made online in my account. So once you register, right, as I mentioned that once you have registered for as a non-member, then you will get an account. You can go to your my account. There will be personal detail, and there you can fulfill this. And if you fulfill the criteria, right, obviously you will be getting that your non reduced rate subscription has been, like, there will be mail. And as I mentioned, they have a very transparent process. So will get rejection or you will get acceptance mail, right? And once again, reduced rate subscription, non-income based, right? So you can so this is not based on income. Earlier one was based on income, that was what I was kind of talking about. But non-income based, if you are working, like if you are not in work, right, but that relies upon actual training and experience. So if you are not working, uh, especially someone who is retired, maybe for them, work in actual for less than 20 hours, right, and can demonstrate exceptional circumstances such as ill health. So this is, I think, the only body who is kind of taking care of that, right? So if you are not in good health, then also you can claim the reduced rate application, right? So you can see that they are thinking about you, right? And I mean, it is kind of your responsibility not to cheat them in that manner. And also you can write mail to member services and they can clear any doubt, right? But I think this is the application form, right? This is the application form that you need to complete and send it to them, right? And then also you'll get the the reduced rate subscription. Or also you can kind of fulfill or create an account, go to your my account section, right? And then also you can get the reduced rate subscription. So once you register, I think this would become clear. You just need to know that there is a way you can reduce your subscription only if you are eligible, and that eligibility is dependent on this, right? I think, yeah, student, it is 7230. Sorry, it was not 5100. That is for student actual analyst. It is 7230. 7230 into that whatever 100. That's why I mentioned 7 lakhs. So if your income is less than this, then you are eligible for this, right? So I think my suggestion would be to follow this non-member approach, right? Go here, register for this, right? Write the CM1 or CS1 exam. For April, the booking is already over, but you can, like, you can create your account, get all of those non-membership, reduced rate, etc., all of those sorted, and then you can, when the exam registration open, probably it will open in July or August, right? Next time, and then you can write for CM1, CS1. Once you get once you get through the exam, right, then you know that your mathematics level is sufficient. Then you can register, you clear another exam, right? And using those two exams, you can also gain membership from II, right? However, once again, as I mentioned in that video as well, it remains to be seen whether II will give you exemption for those two exams, or you have to write those exam again from II. I don't think that would be the case, but there is no clarity on that, and you need to mail II to kind of get that confirmation. So in that way, you can get a backdoor entry for II, not backdoor entry, that's not the correct word, but a different way of non-asset related entry for II. And that will also show that your mathematics is at the requisite or the required level, right? Now for this, I have already shown you that diagram picture where you move from student to associate, then from associate to fellowship, right? So that is more clearer from this presentation, I believe. So I think that's it. That's how you enter into the Institute of Faculty of Actuaries through a non-member, right? And I have preferred this method, and I will also suggest this method to you, right? Otherwise, what is a good mathematical degree is very unclear to us. So you can obviously try for that. You can write the mail to the membership services saying that this is the college I have graduated in. Is that a good mathematics degree? But I think this is a more sure shot method. You also get a taste of actually, and obviously you can, yeah, clear the exam, right? And then you can, I mean, then you know that you are good enough eligible for actually. Also, if you want to purchase the material for CM1, CS1, anybody can purchase that. So there is a site called this BPP Acted. So if I just go to Google, BPP Acted right? This is the BPP actual education, right? And here you can come to subject, right? And in subject you can see this products. Wait a minute, I think they have changed their prices, module, study packages. Sorry, I think they had online store. Yeah, I think from here you can like this statistics and models, right? You can go and purchase this printed book, ebook, right? I would have preferred ebook and then I could have printed it. So I think you can, or you can take a printed book, right? So this is the model statistics and models and long-term actual mathematics. That's how they are calling it right now, right? Entrance exam, fundamental maths and statistics. You can also purchase this. This might also help you in the asset portion. So there are multiple things that you can check out, but this is the like this is the website. You, unlike II where you can like in your membership you will get all the materials, but in IFOA if you have to purchase material you have to purchase it from here, BPP acted, and this material would be imported. Like if you are purchasing hard copies, right, this would be imported from UK. There might be some calls and emails that you will get from the import or custom department, right? And you need to answer those calls or customs accordingly, right? So they would want to know what you are purchasing, whether it is something illegal, etc., etc., right? So that you have to kind of know and understand, right? But otherwise, you can go to BPP Acted, and then I think I have moved into studies, right? So you can go and search this website, right? And you will get all the necessary details, right? I think that is anyone can check that, right? I don't want to go here and go there and go there. I think if you are going to be an actuary, you need that bit of common sense, and you cannot rely on spoon feeding. So I think you can find your own paper and how to purchase that, right? If there is any question, you can ask in the comment section of YouTube, and I can reply back on that. So I think that's it for IFOA, right? As I mentioned, the SOA video will be released on Wednesday, and there is a special video uh, which is kind of related to my life. That would be released on Friday before our webinar. I think this would be the series that I wanted to create before webinar, so that in our webinar there would not be many questions related to this, right? So if you have any questions, ask in the comment section so that I can answer before the webinar. So that webinar will be focused more on after you have become an actuary, right? The questions how to become an actuary, how to enter into actual world will be answered through these videos only. So I think that's it. If you are benefited by the knowledge that is kind of shared in this video, then please hit the like button. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And thanks for watching this video. See you in future videos.